Welcome everyone, this is Loli, and in today's video I bring you some beautiful farmhouse inspired DIYs using these frames from Dollar Tree. Let's get started. For this project I'll be using this frame from Dollar Tree. We're going to remove the packaging and the back end off of this. Next I took this frame that I got from Dollar Tree as well. I'm going to remove the tag and paint it with some full card rich black paint and the other one with white full card paint. Now we are going to put these two together. I'm going to use some wood glue to attach the black frame on top of the white one. I had an option of use either the wood glue or the Tide Bond, and the wood glue dries a little bit quicker, so I went with the wood glue. I added the wood glue to the sections that had the most amount of wood surface area, and I'm going to add small sections there, not so much that it will seep through once I put this on, but just making sure that it's nice and flat, but at the same time it will have good adhesion to the other piece. And I added a little bit of hot glue in different areas just to hold it in place while the wood glue sets. I tried to line the top section of this frame with the top section of the other one, and the same thing with the sides and the corner to make sure that this looks symmetrical on all sides. Then I used this laser cutout from Dollar Tree and attached it to the bottom section of the frame using some Tide Bond. I tried my best to center the word, but at the same time center that infinity sign with the bottom of the frame. Then I took the original picture that came with the frame, and I'm going to adhere some of this plastic lining that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cover the picture completely with some Tide Bond and then find a section of the vinyl liner to adhere to the picture. I wanted this flower right here, so this is the section that I'm cutting off. Then I'm going to press it down firmly onto the glue and then cut off the excess. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to leave it a big thumbs up. Thank you. And then I reposition it to the back of the frame and reposition the tabs down. Then I took this candle holder from Dollar Tree, removed the top section by rocking back and forth, and painted it with some black spray paint. Friends, this video is part of the Wood What You Make challenge that is hosted monthly by Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY and by Christine from Divine Designs. And the guest host this month is Cheryl from Farmhouse Frugally. Their links to their channels and to their playlist will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Make sure that you head on over to their channels and to their playlist and show everyone some love. All right, using my snips here, I'm removing any pieces that are sharp and just trying to bend them back and forth and make sure that nothing is sharp, and then go ahead and spray paint this piece. And then using a combination of E6000 and hot glue, I'm going to attach it to the back of the frame. I'm putting the E6000 in some portions and leaving some room for some hot glue as well, and then position it in place. This is just giving an instant hold to that while the E6000 sets. And it's all done. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this one. If you're enjoying today's content, please make sure that you subscribe and you hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you on my featured content. And thank you so much. For the next inspiration, we'll be using this frame from Dollar Tree and this wall hanging as well. I'm going to remove the packaging, just cut off the tag off of the one, but for this one, I needed to use a screwdriver. It was screwed to the cardboard, so I'm going to unscrew that from there and also remove the hangers, this hook off at the back, and also the hanger at the top. And I will keep those for other projects. And make sure the back was nice and flat. And now we're going to take this frame and paint it with one coat of full card rich black paint. I added the board onto a paintable surface, and then here I'm dabbing the paint only in the top section of the wood. I want to avoid painting the inside or the edges of this. I wanted to keep that wood look. This is a new mat that I got at Dollar Tree. You can just wipe it off after you're done painting. It is perfect. So if you find it, get it. It is truly a good tool for your arsenal. All right, now that that's dry, I'm going to take some Tide Bond and add it to all of the edges of this black. If you do this project, make sure that you do the next thing that I did first before you add this glue. I didn't think about it until now. I'm putting it on and I'm like, oh no, I don't like the edges of this. I wish I would have painted it white. So I said, you know what? I need to paint it. So I'm going to take some of my full cut white paint, and I'm going to paint all of the edges. Thankfully, it takes about 15 minutes for the Tide Bond to set, so I did it as quick as possible and then placed it down onto the center and then left it to dry. Then I took this leftover piece that I had from some other project I did. This is like a stand-up or the back piece to a picture frame, and we are going to reuse it for this project. I'm going to use a nice amount of hot glue at the center or the back of the top section of this. Make sure that it is centered and add a generous amount of hot glue to make sure that stays in place. And make sure that you stand it up and hold it in place and make sure that it's at the angle that you want. Let it dry, and that is it. Look how beautiful this looks. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this one? For the next inspiration, we will be using one of these cotton boards from the Dollar Tree. We're removing the packaging off of it, and I'm going to cover it with this liner from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut off the section that I want to add to it, and the width is perfect for this. You're able to cover it completely with just one piece. Then I'm going to add some wood glue. Actually, I use school glue for this. I'm going to add a generous amount. You can also use wood glue if you need to, or you can use also Mod Podge or Tide Bond. I just had this at hand, so I used this first. And I'm going to make sure that I have a generous amount on the entire surface, including the handle. Then I place the liner on top of it, making sure that they are completely covering all of the edges of the cutting board. Here at the top, it was a little bit too short, so I pulled it up. And then I'm removing all the bubbles and passing my hand completely, so this will be completely adhered. Then I took my scissors, actually no, my X-Acto knife and a cotton surface from Dollar Tree, and I just traced off all the excess, leaving a nice clean look. This surface is also sandable, so you can also use your sanding block to remove the excess if you like as well. I did that here just to remove excess that I had left over in some sections. Now we're going to put this to the side, and I'm going to use this frame that I got from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm going to remove that tag and paint it with some mineral from Waverly. I gave a coat to the entire surface, including the inside portion of the frame. Here you can see exactly what I meant about this cotton board, or this silicone pad, I should say. Look how easy that cleaned off, and it is brand new all over again. Game changer. Anyway, once that dried, I'm going to take some Tide Bond and add it to some sections at the back of this frame and glue it to the center of my cutting board. And then I use 4 clamps from Dollar Tree to make sure that this was completely adhered, and I left it to dry overnight. My friend, if you're still with me, thank you so much for watching. If you can please leave me in the comment section where you're watching from. I love to know how far my videos are reaching. And share it with someone who will enjoy it just as much as you do, because sharing is caring and it helps my channel grow. Thank you so much. Next, I took these medallions. I wasn't sure which one to use here. I decided to use the white one. I got this from Dollar Tree. I removed the hanger from the back using some brute force and my needle nose pliers. Then I added a generous amount of hot glue to the middle and positioned the medallion on the middle of that round frame. Then I took some of this boxwood that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut just a piece to add to the middle of this. Next, I added some hot glue to the beginning portion of the stem here, and I'm going to glue it downward at the center of the handle. Then I took some of this macrame cord that I got from Dollar Tree, added a little bit of hot glue to the end so it wouldn't unravel. Then I added some hot glue at the base of the greenery, positioned the macrame cord on top of it, and began wrapping from the beginning of that handle to about 2/3 up. If you're still with me this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Leave me your favorite emoji in the comment section so I know who you are. Thank you so much. Next, I took some of the same macrame cord, and I'm going to use it to line the entire cutting board. I'm just going to add some here at the end, putting it exactly where the beginning of that macrame cord on the handle is, and then go all the way around, gluing it with small amounts of hot glue all the way around. And I did the same thing here at the top. And here it is all completed. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this one? And here is the final reveal. Let me know in the comment section which one of today's projects is your favorite. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. If you would like to watch some more of my videos, you will find some suggestions at the end of this video. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. You're amazing. Bye.